versus anti-meta, removal anti-meta, and it was a pain in my ass because like this is the kind of anti-meta that goes draw a card, summon like Wangu, set 5 back row, and I'm sitting there going, oh, son of a, are you shitting me? Thankfully, thank God, my Clayman saved my ass because he ran Wangu and TKR and Doomcal. They were too low to get over my Clayman, which saved my behind so hard. Um, Game 1 he didn't exceed on me at all because I think he figured if he just played his anti-meta out he could beat me. But then he realized after it was an infinite loop, he was like, okay, no, I've got to start exceeding on this guy and do damage. Um, but I still beat him. I just one day pieced him, and I just got my loop out. There's nothing you could do about it, unfortunately. I said game 2 I cited in a lot of hate because this dude was main decking Dark Bribes, MSTs, I mean all kinds of bull crap. I was like, holy crap, dude. Compulsories. I mean, it was a nightmare for me game 1. I mean, I took game 1. Don't get me wrong, I still got game 1, but it took like instead of like 3 turns, it took like 5 or 6. It was stupid. He got me down to I think about 1200, so he almost killed me. Just because like it's so dumb because what all he would do was I summoned my first Blaze Phoenix and his Doomcal got rid of it. I summoned my second Blaze Phoenix and he TKRs it. I summoned my third Blaze Phoenix and I don't remember what he did. I think he warninged it. I'm like, okay. So I summoned my Electrum and he Solemn Judgments it. I'm like, you know what? So I go into my second Electrum and he didn't have anything for it, thank God. So I reset all my stuff and then I went to I reset everything. Then I went to go banish a Pyro and a Machine, and I don't remember what he did. He did something that stopped me from doing it. I don't remember what he did exactly. Um, oh, he MST'd my Fusion Gate. That's what he did. He MST'd Fusion Gate. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So I had to play one day apiece, and I mean, thankfully he was at really low life points, so I had to play one day apiece, draw a card, let him go. He let me go. I draw. I was like, okay, Upstart Goblin, draw a card. And I'm just like, okay, that doesn't help either. Set Clayman. So he attacked into it. He couldn't destroy it, so he let me go again. And like I said, it took like 1 or 2 more turns until I got another terraforming. But I beat him in the end. But it was still just like, seriously. And I guess I don't know why he didn't MSC from the beginning. I guess he thought that he could stop it, and then he could just win from there. But apparently he realized he couldn't. Either way, he would have lost. I mean, it was kind of dangerous for him to actually play the way he did against me. But he almost got me. So props to him. Game 2, basically, I side decked in 3 bait dolls, a third spiritualism, a third dust tornado, and I think 2 exterms, something like that. I sided in a bunch of hate on him and just destroyed his back row, so he couldn't do anything. Oh, look, activate 5 destruction cards, destroy all your back row, activate my loop, I win. So that was round 1. Round 2 I versed Madolche. Anti-meta? I mean, I don't even know what to call it. I would call it Madolche Stun, I guess. Think of Madolches with removal, with Guardian Eatos, and like stun cards. Bottomless trap hole, trap hole, compulsory evacuation device. That new one, compulsory whatever device, that stupid one that sends 2 back to the deck, 1 off each side of the field. That one. It's just stupid stuff. It's like, what the? And then, oh my gosh, that because it works amazingly with Guardian Eatos because they don't go to the graveyard, they just go back to the deck or the hand. So it's literally like he can summon Guardian Eatos all day and he doesn't care. And it was stupid because like I don't know if any of you have seen it yet, but holy crap, Gravekeepers are stupid now. Like, son of a... That deck is wrong right now. I mean, that deck is just dumb. Like, I mean... Well, I'll get to that after the Madolche. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Played the Madolche. Really freaking annoying. He didn't have anything for my loop. That was what gave me the win. Like, honestly, if he had some anti-loop cards, I would have lost because his deck was amazing. But he didn't have anything to stop my loop, so I won both games. On to the next. Gravekeeper. Holy crap. That Archaic, or, yeah, whatever. Archaic Magician or whatever, the 4-star Exceed for spellcasters. Screw that card. Holy crap, that thing is dumb. He goes first turn. He sets a monster, sets 3 back rows, and he ends his turn. And I'm like, okay, I draw. And I'm like, I'm going to normal summon Cyber Valley, set 2 back row, and turn, right? He's like, okay, so he draws. He flips up in the Spy. I'm like, okay, Gravekeeper, that's fine. He grabs, I think it was Guard? Yeah, it was Guard. Grabs Guard. Overlays into Archaic Magician. And I'm like, okay, what does this do? I start reading it. This card gives 200 attack and defense for every spell in your graveyard. I'm like, okay, that's annoying. But that's fine by me. He's only at 14 right now. And then the second text, I damn near shit a brick at. During your end phase, you can attach a material from this card to search your deck for 1 spell card instead of face down. In Gravekeepers. No. F and U. Seriously, dude. That is some bullcrap. And so I'm like, okay, it's a 14. I really don't care. And so what does he do? Activates Spellbook of Power. So that hoe just went to a 26. Alright, that's cool. And so he goes, so he does that. And then he goes Book of Moon on my Cyber Valley. I'm like, oh, son of a... So my Cyber Valley goes face down. He runs over it with her. So it gets Spellbook of Power gets the effect to search a spellbook card to her hand. She searches, I think it was, yeah, Spellbook of Wisdom is what she searched. So she searches Spellbook of Wisdom off Spellbook of Power. She sets it. End phase. She detaches. She goes into her deck for another spell card, and she searches. She searches Necro Valley. I'm like, and you really? So it's like, I'm just sitting here going, what the freak, dude? So one of my Cyber Valleys is in my graveyard. She just got Necro Valley. I don't have my chain material yet, so that dude in the graveyard is dead. You know, I mean, I can't use him because Necro Valley is going to be played. I mean, thankfully I'm going to be playing Fusion Gate, but it's like, oh my gosh. So I really had nothing. I just played 1 day apiece. We both drew a card. I set another back row. I think I had Jar Greed, and I think I had a Dust Rhino. And I'm like, okay, so I'm doing okay because I had a Terraforming. I was waiting for a chain material. I'm like, okay, your turn. So he goes. He flips up Necro Valley. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, activate Royal Tribute. Are you serious? So I dump my 2-3 monsters in the graves that I had. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I lost a couple of my Elemental Heroes. And he goes and he's like, I don't remember what he did. Oh, he played Field Barrier. Who the plays Field Barrier? I mean, thank God it's Dust Radio in the, on another field card, but it's like, seriously, dude? Like, and then he goes and he plays another Spellbook of Power on his freaking Archaic Magician, and it's a 24, 26, 20, like a 28 or a 3000 now, and I'm just like, jeez, really? So he swings for 3000 into my face, and I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. I'm not going to do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. And then, during the end phase, he detaches again, and he sets freaking, Solidarity. The fuck? I mean, does this not seem broken to anyone else? That this stupid Archaic Magician can search any spell card in Gravekeepers? Like, holy crap, dude. And I ended up losing game 1 to him, but I beat him game 2 and game 3 because I just cited him massive hate. But like that, and then it's just that magician is so dumb. Like the next turn, he drew a Gravekeeper, summoned it, activated that trap card that reborns Gravekeepers from the graveyard, went into another one of her. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, what are you gonna do against that? Sit there and just like hate your life? I mean, that's all you can do. I mean, it can search Spellbook of Wisdom, it can search Lance, it can search Chalice, it can search any spell card. You can search Book of Moon, for God's sake. I mean, that's insane. I mean, really, honestly, that's a really powerful card. It really is. I mean, I was amazed at that. I was just like, that blows my mind. I mean, that's phenomenal, dude. That's an amazing card. It really is. And to put it in that kind of deck and use it like that, I give him mad props. The final deck I played was Windups. God, I hate that deck with a passion still. It's not as gay as it used to be, thank God. But still, the turn 1 Shockmaster crap is really, 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 really stupid. But I beat him 2-0, thankfully. I got around all his stuff, so he really couldn't do anything about it. He used his Shockmaster called Trap, so I couldn't play Chain Material. But what he forgot was I could use my Fusion Gate to make a Shining that was too big for his Shockmaster to deal with. And he had no way of getting out of it, so I won by that means. Because what I did was I went Fusion Gate to use what was it? I think, yeah, Fusion Gate to use Cyber Valley and another hero to go into a Shining, and it was a 26, and Shockmaster's a 25, so wee doing. Of course, I had to wait a turn of course, I had to wait a couple turns to try and get a Valley into my hand so I could get rid of the damn Shockmaster. But he didn't have a way to stop it because I destroyed his Compulsory and his Bottomless that was face down with my two Dust Tornado, I should say. So, all in all, it was a good day. A lot of good doing. I'm loving this format. The decks that you're seeing are insane and crazy. Keep them up. I will catch you guys later.